Ah, oh, hey, Happy New Year's Eve. Happy New Year's Eve, everyone. It's Friday. Happy half hour late. Half hour late, but I got my dollar somewhere. I'm not a dollar short. I guess if you're a day late, it's only $1. So, I think. Anyway, what have I done? What have you done? Happy New Year's Eve. Yep. I'm just kind of trying to look and see what's going on here on the Book of Faces to see if I can see myself. See if I can see myself talking to you.
What have I done? What have you done?
There we go. There I am. Now, I don't expect everybody to be here because you've all got better things to do than be watching this a half hour late on New Year's Eve. But I did want to say hello to everyone who's regularly been watching the show. Oh, Rich, there you are. You are here, Rich. Good to see you. It's just maybe you and I was just preparing the wind-up for the I'm just going to talk even though no one's here. But that's not true now, is it? Someone is here, and it's you. Oh, and there's Adrian Hobson. Good to see you. Just driven Belinda back from the doctors. Her numbers are great. Todd, greetings to you. Get this baby out. So yeah, I just wanted to do a little bit of it's not motivational Monday, and but to look back on the year, not the year in review. Ouija, there you are. Good to see you, sir. But I guess I just wanted to come on and talk a little bit about, well, of course, how grateful I am to all of you who've been here with Belinda and I since the panic began. Brad, good to see you. Austin, a little off the regular time, but I was gonna talk a little bit about. I got this supplement to the New York Times. It's a year in search, is what they called it, and then it turns out to just be. I'm not so crazy about. I don't know. I haven't looked at the whole thing, but it was interesting to look. Here at the beginning, they were talking about how to heal, how to cure burnout, mental health, how to comfort someone. Those are the big searches this year on the Google. And if you're Googling how to comfort someone, you've already lost a little bit of your humanity. But I get it. You can't. Joan, good to see you. But then again, if you don't know how to comfort someone, Google's as good a place to start as any, I suppose. But how would you like to be comforted? That's a good question. This year in the U.S. searched for dating over 50 3 times more than the United States searched for dating over 30. So what does that tell you? That's if you're over 50, you're changing it up. You're changing it up. Not me. Gary, good to see you. Happy New Year. Pick. Greetings to you. Yeah, we're a little off our regular time. But yeah, dating over 50, all you soldiers out there, best of luck to you. I'm so glad I'm not out there dating. I've got a wife, and I think I'll keep her. My wife, I think I'll keep her. Who can remember that from what was that an advertisement for? It was probably some kind of Geritol or vitamins or some crap. Yeah, so it's easy to think about your year in the context of the shittiest thing that happened, which for me this year was not COVID. It was cancer, my wife's cancer. And hopefully we're through to the light at the end of the tunnel now. Ouija, you're saying yes, Geritol. Okay, good. Got it. So helpful. Hopefully we're through the cancer tunnel, but we're not out of the cancer woods. I don't know how many metaphors you like with your cancer, but you're entitled to as many sides as you want. So, yeah, Belinda's now lost her hair, but she is in great spirits. And what does it say about us that we know that, Ouija? It says about us that we are old enough to have seen that commercial on TV. It is also funny that when I first saw that commercial, I thought it was funny because my wife, I think I'll keep her, was meant to be a joke, but also it was for Geritol, this product that was also a joke when you were young, but now that I'm old, I'm not taking Geritol. I think the cutting edge of vitamin technology has moved on from Geritol. But believe me, I'm buying weird supplements to combat the aging process all the time. Anyway, back to my point. Yeah, it's easy to think about your year in terms of let your year be defined in terms of the shittiest thing that happened, which for me is cancer. For a lot of people, is pandemic or some other tragedy. But I thought I would talk just a little bit today about some of the good things that have happened for me this year. Of course, that includes all of you, but it also includes I bought a pickup truck. My wife and I bought a pickup truck and the lovely Kimbo campers that go on the back of it to start our new lives camping. We had a wonderful camping trip this year, and proof of concept of something that we're going to be enjoying next year. My wife is back in touch with her sister after they had not been talking for a while. That's a real blessing that we've gotten, and that's, I think, kind of comes from cancer. I don't take cod liver oil, Todd. I have tried it. I see you've typed cod liver oil, which I don't think that's what you mean. Scott, Happy New Year to you, sir, and Joan. So the camper's been great this year. I've seen my daughter has been through this battle with some depression and anxiety, and I'm seeing her come out the back end of that to really become her old self again. That's been great this year to realize the amount of people now I'm talking about people who we know a little bit better. Belinda and I know better than some of the people who are part of the show, the daily briefing. But to feel the love of our friends and family around us here in Santa Monica has been really terrific, and that's something that we wouldn't have gotten. Alan, you're saying keeping you and Belinda in your thoughts and prayers. Yes, thank you. Hope 2022 brings the best camping ever. Yes, I hope so too, Al. I hope you're doing well. Al is a very funny comedian in the Washington D. I think you're still in the Washington D.C. area. And as I've been talking lately, about next year, trying to, I think I was just mentioning yesterday, the idea of starting a blog and maybe a Patreon, and then kind of wondering, of course you feel a little bit weird asking for financial support, but hopefully I'm offering service in return for that. And so I had been thinking about that yesterday, and yesterday in the mail to my house, which is, thanks to Jen, I think we know that it's pretty easy to find where everybody lives. But a man named Frank had sent me this lovely, lovely Christmas card. And he enclosed a donation as a thank you for the entertainment provided by both you and Belinda during the height of the pandemic. And he goes on, and it's really a sweet, heartfelt note that he's written. And he included a very generous donation. And he says that he doesn't have time to watch the show so much now, but I just wanted to say thank you to Frank, and this really makes me feel like I am going to go ahead with the Patreon and just see what happens. Obviously, it's no obligation. If people want to contribute, they can contribute. And to be honest, probably most of the money that I would raise off of this might wind up going to charity or our daughter's college fund or something like that. Anyway, I don't want to. It's when I first the donation was so generous that I first thought, I don't know if I should cash this, and now I think I am. I think I am going to cash it. But I was so touched, really moved to tears, and especially Frank went on to talk then about his wife, who he lost to cancer just before her 62nd birthday, and to be able to mean something to someone like that, and to be able to, I don't know what the hell that dinging is. It sounds like it's coming from over here. And I don't know what I have that dings over here. Could be, well, I don't think it's this thing. What is it? Well, we'll figure that out later. Of course, probably being spied on by any number of these things, which have been animated by some strange dark forces. But anyway, I was really touched, and I just wanted to say thank you to Frank, and thank you to all of you for your support. And I don't know that I have a whole lot more that I wanted to say today. I want to say happy New Year to you, Rich, as I see you're saying, and Mary, hello. And I'm just looking ahead. Cindy, I thought you weren't going to be here today, but you are here today, aren't you? And there you are, Trina. It's good to see you. Good to see you. So like I said, Belinda's had her 3 doctor's visits this week, and I think next week she'll be just going in one time, and then we're going to be speaking to the oncologist. That's on Monday. We'll speak to the oncologist. So when I see you all on Tuesday, I'll probably have some newer, fresher news about the steps forward. Keith, good to see you, sir, in Florida. And we'll start the New Year's off on the right track. So I think 2022 is going to be a great year. I'm very excited about the couple of corporate gigs that I've got scheduled, and I'm very excited about the couple of comedy clubs I've got scheduled. Just in for the 11 degrees weather, Trina. Oh my God, that's effing cold. But Minneapolis, we knew that. Any resolutions pick, you're asking? Well, I don't know that I feel like I'm on my path, so I don't like to call them New Year's resolutions, but I do have the goals that I was discussing. I want to try and start some kind of a blog. I've enjoyed writing for the Caring Bridge about Belinda's path through cancer. Sharon, good to see you today. Happy New Year's Eve. And so I'd like to start the blog. I'm going to start a Patreon or something like that. I'm going to redo my website, and I'm going to figure out a way to do some kind of, if not Jake Fest, I'm going to do some kind of traveling where I'm doing shows that I enjoy for people who care about me and who I care about, and maybe not change my focus a little bit away from the comedy clubs, as they, who's breaking up with who here is a little bit of a question. But some of the comedy clubs that still love me and I still love, I'm going to keep doing, obviously. And then we'll kind of see how that goes. What else? What's another New Year's resolution? I have a New Year's resolution to try and be more patient in my dealings with people who frustrate me, and that includes my wife and my daughter, who, is often, I think, in personal relationships, it's really tough because you're exposed to them all the time, and you think you understand what they say. It's easy to get the wrong idea, the wrong end of the stick, and get a little cranky. Dave Little is texting me, let's keep the living train going. I like that. I'm ready to do that. David, you're saying you're so sorry to hear about my wife's struggles. You've been a fan for decades. Saw you at Gotham in 2013. Oh my God. Oh, lost your wife to glioblastoma multiforme in 2010. Well, David, my heart goes out to you. I'm so sorry for your loss. And I'm really touched by all the people who shared with me the experiences that they have. And I'm not trying to bring up the cancer to get everybody's sympathy or anything, obviously, but I'm just trying to be honest about what I'm going through and how tough it is. And it's really, I really appreciate, David, people like yourself who come forward and talk about their experience and what they've gone through. And I know that had to be a terrible, terrible time. And so I'm sorry. And I hope that I'll see you again. Maybe not at Gotham, but sometime someplace in New York City. That would be fun. Liz, you're saying you're so excited you found me live. Used to see you at the Improv in DC. Happy New Year. Yes, Liz. Well, thank you. Thank you for finding me live. I had been, during the pandemic, doing these at 3 p.m. weekdays for most of the pandemic. And today I'm just going on a little bit late. But now, because my wife has been ill, I've been trying to do Tuesdays and Fridays at 3 p.m. And so that's what I'm going to do next week. Lord willing. I don't think the Lord is going to try and stop us on this one. Ouija, there's got to be some roadside Stuckies where you could get a gig by the gas pumps. Ouija. Yes, of course. Well, I mean, there's a lot of terrible gigs in the world that I would absolutely be able to get, and there's a lot of low-paying, low-respect comedy shows out there that I'd like to do that. What am I wearing around my neck? Oh, I saw these years ago. It's this loop thing, and I had a homemade one, but then because when I went online to buy these, the first time I saw one, so your glasses hang in there, right? The first time I went online to buy one of these, some sterling silver deluxe, hey, I invented this idea. They were trying to sell them for $80 or $90, and so I made one myself with a silver ring, and I just wrapped the leather with some silver wire, and I thought, well, I'll remake one of those, and then I went on Amazon just to see if they had them. This was available on Amazon for $13, and so we'll see how long it lasts, but that's what that is. David, you're saying I will see you again. Well, I hope so. Thank you. And Trina, Gotham, cool spot. Your studio is across the street. Yeah, Hell's Kitchen. No, it's right by the Chelsea, almost under the Chelsea Hotel, is where the Gotham Comedy Club is. Sally, you're saying we care about you both. Look forward to Lady Jerry on these again. Yes, me too. She did mention that she might pop in today, but I wouldn't say that I've lost hope that that's going to happen, but I'm skeptical. I'm skeptical as to whether that's going to happen because she's in the house talking to her daughter and enjoying herself. But let's ask Mr. Predicto. Mr. Predicto, you think Lady Jerry will make an appearance on today's show? We got about 15 minutes left.
Definitely not.
Definitely not. Well, Mr. Predicto, I have to think he might be right about that one. Sue, hello. Yes, good to see you. Still visiting with our parents. They're putting together some impressive puzzles there in North Carolina. I was just going to have a question let's go from the traveling question box here on a New Year's Eve traveling question box question. How about that? While we're waiting for the possible appearance of Lady Jerry the Groundhog to see if there'll be 6 more weeks of cancer. Would you rather live in New York, Los Angeles, Chicago, or San Francisco? Oh my Lord. I always wanted to live in New York, but I think New York is all these places are different from the places that they were when I first lived there, in the case of San Francisco and Los Angeles. I love living here in Los Angeles and Santa Monica, which is not technically Los Angeles. So right now, this is where I want to live. I always thought it would be fun to live in New York, but I think that's behind me now. I think it would be fun to go to New York for a month or so. To have a residency kind of, or maybe a couple months. Chicago, man, as I've said before on here, if I could live in Chicago from when would it be? Probably May to July. It gets a little hot in July, but oh man, the late spring and early summer in Chicago, there's just, I don't think there's a better place. And I have been watching the old Bob Newhart show and really enjoying it, which puts me in the mind of Chicago. I love that the opening credits of that show, every episode starts, it's just such a terrible, overcast, kind of rainy day in Chicago. Every episode starts with that, so if you're thinking of moving to Chicago, watch the opening from the old Bob Newhart show and think about if you can handle 7 months of that, or 5 or 3 or whatever. Tammy saying hello. Good to see you. Good to see you. How was New Year's Eve at 11 a.m.? Pick is asking my sister. Yeah, I'm curious about that too. Did I drop the time on Whitey Bulger? David, excellent question. And I had wondered, because Whitey Bulger was literally living. Whitey Bulger was living literally a mile from here. And I must have walked past him on my way to the movies or to get a coffee or to go to the, I don't know, the Lululemon, where I was buying my trousers for some time. I don't think Whitey Bulger ever bought a pair of trousers at Lululemon, though. But no, I didn't get a chance to drop the dime on him. But I have to say, I wouldn't recognize Whitey Bulger if he walked up to me and said, "Hi, I'm Whitey Bulger," I would say, "I doubt it, because I heard you're dead." So no, I didn't drop the dime on Whitey Bulger, and I'm not a snitch either. That's not who I am. Joan, you love the Mugu Gai Pan episode of the Bob Newhart Show. Yes, I did too. Now that's a loop. Yeah, it's not the official loop. This is the other loop, not the lupe. So we could have another question. I don't know if it's another question from the question box. Maybe let's take the book of questions off the quiz book. Maybe there's something good about. Would you rather be happy yet slow-witted and unimaginative, or unhappy yet bright and creative? Well, I think I've tried a bit of both, and that's how you got to mix that up. Man, I'm not loving the question box right now. The question book. So we're trying to decide what we're going to watch this evening on the television, Lady Jerry and I. That's the kind of New Year's Eve we've got planned. What are we going to watch on TV, which is sort of the rinse and repeat of these days of recovery that she's on from her treatments. And I think tonight it's going to be Billions. We're going to watch a bit of Billions, and then we're going to watch a bit of some British show that Belinda has picked out. And then, what was the other thing? She had some other idea. Gary, you're saying spring and summer is no more beautiful city than Chicago? Yes, I'm glad you agree. David, you're saying I should get a sommelier's spoon and chain to complement the loop. Well, I could do that. I do have some other jewelry things under here that I wear. I have this fleur-de-lis that I love New Orleans, as you may or may not know, and then I've got this Nordic Viking cross, which is sort of upside down, because the Vikings would say, "Yeah, I'm a Christian, hold it like that," and then they let it fall and it's upside down, makes a Thor's hammer. Oh my God, we thought this might happen, and now it is happening.
Yeah, move over in that wheelchair, will you, mister?
Ladies and Jerry's, welcome aboard. What?
I got no spinach in my teeth, right?
No.
Okay, good.
Oh my God. Yeah.
Hello.
She's got no spinach in her teeth. Yeah, it's Lady Jerry, everybody.
Hey.
Welcome aboard.
Thanks, Jerry. Hi.
Oh,
Hi, everyone. How are you?
yes.
I just had some potato pancakes, scrambled eggs, and wilted spinach with fanula. And so I did just have to get Jerry to give me a spinach check before I came on.
Little spinach check.
Well, it's not good if you've got, spinach right in your,
Yeah.
So, Happy New Year. I hope 2022 is going to be great. And better than 2021.
Yes.
So,
Trina's here today, and my sister Sue is here.
oh, hello. And Scott and Richard Shooch.
Yeah.
David, Wiggy.
Ouija.
Sorry. Yeah. Sorry, wrong name pronunciation.
So we were just talking about what we might watch on television tonight. We've got an episode of Billions. What was the British show that you
we want to watch Peep Show. The person who created Succession created this thing before in Britain called Peep Show. They're not super rich people, but they are rich people who, when they get what they want, just like the people in Succession, it doesn't make them happier. In fact, it can be worse.
Adrian Hobson is here.
Oh, Adie! Hey, how are you? So this is me, ladies and gentlemen, post-stem cell transplant. I think we're almost, on Monday it'll be 2 weeks out, right?
Yeah, the 25th was 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18. Today's day 18.
Day 18. So, way happier. Can I just sit my bum on the
Yeah, do you want to sit on the wheelchair?
Yeah, you probably should let me sit on the wheelchair, because I'm the invalid here.
Oh,
You're I like to do a lot of sitting and lying down these days. I'm quite fatigued. But yeah, day 18. So are you adjusting my hat so they can see me?
Just so people can see your eyes.
Yeah, okay. Well, all right, there you can see my eyes. but I still have to have my, I'm going gangster, so don't.
No, I get it. I don't want to mess it up, and I don't want to.
Oh.
Yeah, be like that. Now I'm down on one knee.
Oh, well, it's very chivalrous.
Would you marry me?
Well, I would marry you all over again. Yes, I would.
All right. Well, maybe we'll do that.
All right. Maybe we'll do that tonight. We'll have our own.
Let's get married.
Yeah, let's get married tonight. Let's do it.
It's going to be hard to get someone to marry us tonight, but I've got a puppet.
Oh, yeah, well, if you bring the puppet, what a wedding that will be. And it will just be you, me, and the puppet.
It's actually a little pig, so we can be married by a tiny pig puppet, I feel like, if that sounds good.
Well, I did just tell my sister Jane on the phone we were going to do something sexy for, New Year's Eve 2021 going into 2022. So, yeah.
Look at Carol's watching the last episode of Wheel of Time and The Witcher.
Wow, yeah. Jake has already told me that the Wheel of Time is not going to be for me because there are big trolls in
Listen,
it.
I'm on Wheel of Time all the way, Carol.
Yeah.
But I'm only on episode 3, so don't spoil it for me.
So I'm feeling way better. I felt absolute shite. Oh my god. When they did you tell them about how they call your stem cell transplant day your new birthday? Because basically they've killed you. They put this chemo in that kills you, Malfolin. Well, it kills all your blood, and it would kill you if you didn't get your stem cells and then all the other goodies, because it's not just your stem cells that are bringing you back. It's other people's blood I had to get, and platelet transfusions. So to all the people who donate blood and platelets, plasma, thank you so much, because that's what I've got some of that now in this Jerry package.
Oh, David's suggesting Father Ted. I don't know if you've ever watched Father Ted, but it's pretty good. It's a bit dark, but Father Ted is quite good. What's that? I'm not sure what Father Ted might be on, but I've met one of the stars of Father Ted over at the Kilkenny Comedy Festival. My little, not to brag.
Yeah. In the days when you could travel and there was shit going on.
Yeah, back when I was a vital member of society, not a shut-in like now.
Well, yeah, you can blame my cancer for that, because I definitely cancer is making us more shut in than we would be if we didn't have cancer. I mean, I mainly have the cancer, but Jake does have it a little bit as well, right?
I've got a little,
what
do they call it, secondhand cancer?
Well, yeah, secondhand cancer, because secondhand smoking.
I'm getting a little bit of a blowback. I'm getting a side effect.
Yeah.
It gives off a bit of a, I don't think I'd be sleeping in the camper all this time. I mean, our marriage is a bit stronger than that.
Yeah, I can't believe, we did try one night back together, but it was a bit restless, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, because you're so used to sleeping in your little tin cocoon.
Well,
I think you should be up in the front house, like right up there in the bedroom, where we fell in love. But
I think one of the rules of being married is that
the other
you
person's
get to
do what the
decide where
fuck
you're
they
going to
want.
sleep, and then the other person decides where they're going to sleep.
I'm over here.
I feel like,
Baba.
I think you would be happier if you did what I think you should do, as opposed to what you're doing because it's what you think you should do.
Yeah, but that's marriage in a nutshell.
No.
Look, most of the time, guys, so I took some video of Lord Jerry doing his new workout routine. I think I might have to put it on Instagram, because I think it's going to be pretty good. I could cut it together, and you should see what Fanula and I gave him for Christmas. We gave him this thing that goes on his head, and then it attaches to something else, and
They've seen it. I showed it on the show. The iron neck.
Did you show them, though, you in action with Iron Neck?
Yes, I did.
Oh God. My God. Okay, well, you've already seen it.
Scott's saying you could call it co-cancer or contact cancer. Carol has suggested that we all get married.
Keith, we watched Don't Look Up as well. It was great. Oh my God.
Quite good.
Yeah. It was way better than... We also watched another apocalyptic movie. It's called Silent Night, and it's got my friend Miranda's daughter, Davida Thomason, is in it. No, sorry, I'm getting to Davida McKenzie. And... it's supposed to be a dark comedy, and it's on Silent. Well, I shouldn't spoil it, but I will spoil it, because just don't fucking watch it. All right, just don't bother.
I covered this a bit yesterday, but yeah, it's good to hear you say it.
Well, yeah, because we're married, so we do the same things.
Joan says she watched you on Insta today, your Instagram, where you can see Belinda's cancer journey revealed
in the hospital in real time. Oh my God,
that bone marrow sample extraction thing, there's been a couple of intense ones, but yeah, check out Belinda Weymouth on Instagram if you'd like to see some of that.
Yeah, I mean, I have to say, I loved all the nurses, and you have a real appreciation when you're in hospital for what healthcare workers do, and God, the duress that they're under after all this time with coming up on 2 years of COVID, the other C
Yeah.
word in our
Oh.
lives. So, yes, darling. Yes.
So I was
Yes,
talking
hello.
earlier about how looking back on the year, and I was saying, it's easy to think about your year in terms of the worst thing that happened and defining it that way. But I was really trying to think of the great things that we had done, the camper and the Kimbo, that we've got this new camping lifestyle that we're going to be able to do, that we really proof of concept was excellent.
Yeah, the Cascade Mountains, ooh la la. The west side of the Cascade Mountains, east side.
Crater Lake.
Oh my God, Crater Lake in Oregon. That's a must. I mean, I think it's on it's a national monument, isn't it? I mean,
It's a national park. Yeah, it's amazing.
Yeah, fantastic.
But so that, and to feel the love of the Daily Briefing fans, and also to feel the love of our friends and family around us here has been a real kind of a blessing, and something that we got from this year that's really valuable.
Yeah.
But can you think of anything else?
What else? Well, I mean, they're just little things like, the laughs we have with Fanula, the sweet moments of being a parent. What was she trying to tell me before? She was all excited about telling me something. I can't remember, but it was just sweet, when they're excited and want to talk to you and tell you, seeking a friend for the end of the world. Thanks, Carol. Silent Night. They're all. You learn this quite quickly. Can I tell them?
I did talk about it a bit last night. But
yeah. The suicide pills. I'm like, I don't take the suicide pill until I really need to know I need to take the suicide pill. I mean, don't take that thing prematurely. That's just dumb. And when you watch people in the movie all popping their clogs, with a suicide pill, you're like, really? I would just wait a little longer. But, blah-de-blah-de-blah. Yeah, getting vaccinated and boosted was really good, Betsy. You're right. And now Fanula's old enough that she's 17, and they've okayed the booster for her. So I'm pretty excited about that. But yeah, there were sweet things in the year, and I have to say the sort of silver lining of our friends and family, and you guys who are friends and family. Obviously, you're in that. Come on, has been pretty overwhelming and great.
Where would you say the marriage is at?
The marriage is really high, guys. The marriage is really high. It's like at a 9.8.
Yeah, I feel like that too.
Yeah,
I feel like our marriage has been.
Yeah, I'll put my
pretty
arm
solid.
around you. Just to be careful. I've got a PICC line
Yeah.
in my right underarm.
Oh yeah, she's got a constant,
Yeah.
instant access.
yeah. When they want my blood,
Arm
they just go.
hose.
Yeah, my arm hose is right here. So I have to be careful.
Yeah.
But okay, guys, I love you. I'm gonna pop back inside and do a lie down.
Okay, well, I'll be
Okay.
in a minute
Yeah.
because it's almost time for guess what?
What?
Can't believe you couldn't guess.
Yeah, come on.
Seize the day. It's time for Seize the Day.
Oh well, I'll read it if you like. I could read it.
Oh,
Seize the
yeah,
Day.
today's Seize the Day. And let's say this is the last Seize the Day of
Yeah.
2021.
Yeah, this is a big one, guys.
So we're getting ready to seize it.
I think I can read with these specs.
Okay, I'm finding
I
one.
mean, obviously that's what eyeglasses are for, reading. So
Well, so today's Seize the Day is from Zig Ziglar, famous sales motivator coach.
okay, here we go. People often say that motivation doesn't last. Well, neither does bathing. That's why we recommend it daily.
Yeah.
Okay, guys, get yourselves motivated and all lathered up every single day. Or other day,
Yeah.
if you're saving water. Okay, I love you. Mwah. Happy New Year. And this is me over now.
All right. I'll be in just a minute. Yes, I love you too. I love you too. I'm glad that Lady Jerry was here, and hopefully we'll be here for more daily briefings in 2022. I mean, we will definitely. I'll see you all on Tuesday. Love you too, Trina. And Ouija, what are you saying? You're something you're thankful that you can't tell you how much appreciate Jake and Belinda's time. But the surprise is that you've gained so many new friends here. Yes, Ouija, that has really been amazing too. The kind of the community that has happened because of this show is mighty and really great. Heatherly, Happy New Year to you. So I want to just say, for the last time this year, take care of yourselves. Take care of each other. Let's try and be nice to a jerk. That's the way we're going to get through this. And above all, as always, don't give up. Why? There'll be plenty of time to give up later. Procrastinate that shit. And have a great night. Thank you, Erica. Trina, please give my love to Deke. That would be great. I was telling the story of how Deke and I met and all of that, and that I'm working at the place where I do jujitsu is where David Mamet also does jujitsu. So there is a possibility that I may meet David Mamet all those years after being in that play. Maybe that'll happen in 2022. Maybe not. Stay tuned, and we'll see you on Tuesday.